Good morning. Welcome to Suburban DIY. My name is Rich. Today's project, we're going to be working on this toolbox, which came from a Model T Ford. We got it from our good friends at the Flight Springs Ranch, where they used it just to hold on to some pipe fittings and things like that, but it's been sitting outside. So it's a bit rusty. The top hinges are pretty tight. There's a lot of surface rust to it on the bottom as well, and all around it. So we're going to clean up the surface rust, but we're not going to take all of it off because we're going to use a rust converter to go ahead and make that rust, or use the rust to make it even stronger. Then we'll go ahead and paint it and probably spray paint some logos onto it, just make it look really nice. Much better already. Look at that. Just a little bit of WD. Nice. So it looks like this clasp may have been added afterwards. Meaning, looking at pictures, it doesn't look like it might even be original. It could be. It looks like some pieces on there. So it's bent a little bit, and it looks like it's bent out a little bit here, bent in there. So let's fix some of those slight dings, and then we'll get into cleaning it all up. So I believe these rails, there's one on the back and one on the front here, was to hold a toolbox tray, if you will, that sits in the top of the toolbox, and we don't know where that is, but I just want to try to straighten this out, make it look a little bit nicer. So this is some more evidence that this piece was put on sometime after, meaning it's not the original. You'll see two holes right there, and there's a bunch of bolts here that or screws that were cut off, but I think it's strong enough. So we're okay there. We're just going to clean it up. It's just not the original. No worries. We're going to sand off the surface rust. Just a few bumps. Again, we're not taking all of it off, and we're going to use sandpaper. We got 220, 400, and then 1,000. We'll see what happens with 1,000. So I'm dipping this in liquid, so we can do it wet. So I sanded down all of the big chunks, if you will. Again, we're not fully rust removing. We're going to use that rust to make it stronger. So I'm just cleaning it up now with some acetone. It's all dry from all the sanding. You'll see there's a lot of residue still left on it. So before we take the next step of treating it with the rust converter, just want to wipe it down and try to get as much residue off as we can. For our rust converter, you can't see it on the label anymore, but we use this Black Star product. And if you watch the videos at the channel, you'll see we use it quite often. We just did a whole bunch. We did 21 different shovels where we use this, and it worked great. So we're going to be using it here as well. I decided to add a design element to give this just a little bit more of a modern looking feel. So all of this taping that I'm doing is to set up to be able to paint a white strip around the top, which I will then apply some pinstriping, and then we'll paint another color. We'll see how it comes out. We really have no idea, but want to try to give it a shot. So we're going to peel this paint, see how it came out, and if it looks all right, we'll apply the pinstripe tape, and we'll paint it some more. So not bad. It came out okay. We'll run some pinstriping on this, and then we will paint the whole thing black. But pretty pleased with how it looks so far. Let's continue. So we picked up these pinstriping tapes. There's all different widths. This one is about an eighth of an inch. This one is about a quarter of an inch. So we've never done this before. We are going to give it a shot. On this one, I'm just looking to put a 1/8 inch gap to the next pinstriping line, which is a 1/4 inch thick. So it's not going to be totally 100% like just absolutely perfect, but we do think it's going to look way better. See how this thing turned out. Wow, I'm actually really impressed. And a little bit of touch up will be right there. I knew that was going to be a problem because there's an indentation, but really kind of impressed by it. I think it looks awesome. And you know what? We're probably going to do some more design elements. Yeah, that looks sweet. If you want to see more videos where we fix a lot of different things, check out the Fixing Cool Things playlist. Thanks for watching.